What happens when a lone ranger faces a pack of ruthless hyenas? You won't believe how a lion's bold move turns the tables in a shocking showdown. I'm Kofi, a 38-year-old park ranger who's probably too pig-headed to quit. The African sun's torching my back like a cheap grill, and I'm knee-deep in a muddy waterhole hacking at roots to free an impala fawn. Its bleats are like nails on a chalkboard, grating my nerves. "Hang tight, little guy," I mutter, my Ghanaian accent thick as the sludge. My machete slices through the tangled mess, hands steady despite the heat pounding me. This is my life, saving critters in a savanna that doesn't give a hoot if I live or die. I grew up in a village nearby, raised on tales of lions and leopards ruling this land like kings. Now I'm here, fighting poachers and budget cuts that choke the reserve like a bad debt. Lately, I'm wondering if I'm just yelling into a void. The government's slashed our funding, leaving us rangers with crumbling gear and no backup. Poachers treat this place like their personal ATM, and I'm one guy with a rifle and a death wish. My sister Amma keeps begging me to get a desk job. "Kofi, you're gonna end up dead," she says, her voice sharp with worry. "Yeah, Amma, I'm starting to see your point, but walking away isn't in my blood." I cut the last root, and the fawn bolts to its mom, who nuzzles it like I'm some saint. I'm grinning, feeling like a big shot for about 3 seconds, when a cackle slices through the air. Hyenas. 5 of them slink out of the tall grass, their eyes glinting like they're already carving my tombstone. "Oh, terrific," I groan, grabbing my rifle from the dirt. 2 bullets. That's my pathetic arsenal against a pack that looks like they missed every meal this week. My radio's dead, because the universe loves a sick joke, and the nearest ranger post is miles away through unforgiving terrain. The hyenas circle, jaws snapping like they're warming up for a horror show. My heart's hammering, sweat stinging my eyes as I back up, trying to look tougher than I feel. I'm thinking this might be the end of Kofi, when a roar shakes the earth like a thunderclap. A lion, mane like a rock star on a bender, bursts from a thicket. I know this guy. I call him Mwindaji, hunter, in Swahili. He charges the hyenas, scattering them like leaves in a storm. I'm frozen, my brain screaming, "Lions don't save people, they eat them." But Mwindaji plants himself between me and the pack, growling like he's got a personal score to settle. The hyenas regroup, their cackles louder, taunting, as if daring us both to make a move. I grip my rifle, hands shaky, wondering if I'm next on the menu or if this lion's just lost his mind. What happened next flipped everything upside down. You don't want to miss this chaos. The sun's sinking, painting the savanna in a creepy orange glow, and I'm crouched behind a termite mound, clutching my rifle like it's my last lifeline. 1 bullet's gone, 1 left, and now 7 hyenas. 2 more crashed the party, because apparently I'm the star of their twisted dinner show. "What? You guys got a group chat for this?" I mutter, sarcasm keeping my panic from boiling over. These scavengers are the savanna's worst bullies, thriving on chaos and bad vibes. I've seen them tear through zebras like they're shredding paper, and now they're eyeing me like I'm the special of the day. Amma's voice echoes in my head. "Kofi, take a safe job." Right now, I'm thinking she might have been on to something, but I'm too deep in this mess to back out. Doubt's clawing at me, whispering I'm fighting a losing battle against poachers and a system that doesn't care. I shove it down, gripping my rifle tighter, sweat burning my eyes. Mwindaji's out there, his mane fluffed like he's ready for a cage match, growling at the hyenas. He lunges at the leader, a scarred beast with a limp, sending it scrambling into the grass. But the pack's clever, splitting to flank us like they've been practicing. One hyena snaps at Mwindaji's hind leg, teeth flashing. He roars, swiping back with a paw that could crush a skull, but another charges me, eyes wild with hunger. I fire, crack, clipping its shoulder. It yelps, limping off, but I'm down to one bullet. Great! I'll just ask them to line up politely. I snap, my voice sharp with frustration. Then, because the universe has a cruel sense of humor, an engine's hum cuts through the chaos. Headlights bounce over the grass, a jeep tearing through the dusk like it owns the place. Poachers. I've seen their handiwork. Snares choking gazelles, poisoned bait wiping out entire prides, all for a quick buck. The jeep screeches to a stop, and 3 men leap out, rifles glinting in the fading light. "Get the lion!" one shouts, his voice dripping with greed. They're after Mwindaji's mane, worth more than my village's yearly budget. "You've got to be kidding me," I growl, my blood boiling at their nerve. These guys are the real predators, gutting the savannah for profit while the government turns a blind eye. Mwindaji stands tall, eyes locked on them, still shielding me like we're some kind of messed-up team. I'm not letting him go down. I hurl a rock, smashing their headlight with a satisfying crunch. "Hey, geniuses!" I yell, my voice raw with rage. They spin, rifles swinging my way, and I realize I've just painted a giant target on my back. The stakes just skyrocketed. Stay to see how this mess explodes. Night's creeping in like a bad omen, and I'm running out of tricks. 1 bullet left, poachers closing in, and Mwindaji, the lion who decided I'm worth saving, is staring down a rifle barrel. I'm crouched in the dirt, heart pounding like a drum solo, my rifle heavier than my doubts. The poacher boss, a greasy guy with a scar like a bad life choice, yells, "Shoot the cat!" They want Mwindaji's mane for some rich jerk's trophy wall, another notch in their belt of greed. "Real original, pal," I mutter, my voice thick with disgust. These guys are the system. Corruption and apathy tearing this place apart while the world scrolls past on their phones. I'm thinking of Amma, my village, the kids who think I'm some hotshot ranger. Hotshot? I'm just trying not to end up as dinner or a news blip. But Mwindaji's not flinching, and I'll be darned if I let him take the fall for me. Then roars erupt from the dark, deep and guttural, shaking the ground like an earthquake. 3 lionesses stalk out of the grass, their eyes blazing like wildfire. Mwindaji's pride. I thought he was a lone wolf, lion, but these gals are his crew, and they're ready to throw down. "Well, hot diggity," I whisper, a grin breaking through my fear despite the chaos. The lionesses fan out, growling like a storm rolling in. The poachers freeze, their tough guy act crumbling like a bad alibi. Scarface swings his rifle, but Mwindaji charges, slamming him to the ground with a thud that echoes across the savannah. Scarface squeals, his rifle flying into the grass. The other poachers bolt for the jeep, but the lionesses are faster, circling like sharks, their claws scraping metal. "Run, you cowards!" I yell, my voice raw with triumph. I stand, rifle ready, but the pride's got this in the bag. Scarface is pinned under Mwindaji's paws, begging like a kid caught stealing. "Get them off!" he whines. I step closer, my voice cold as steel. "Leave this reserve forever, or your lunch." The lionesses growl, their eyes daring the poachers to try something. The men nod, scrambling into the jeep, but as it lurches forward with a slashed tire, new headlights flash in the distance. Another vehicle tearing toward us. My gut twists. This fight's far from over. The real showdown's coming. You won't believe what happens next. The savannah's dark as sin, and I'm holding my breath, 1 bullet left in my rifle. The first poacher's jeep limps off, tire shredded by a lioness, but those new headlights are closing in like a bad dream. Another jeep screeches up, spitting dust and gravel. 4 more poachers pile out, rifles raised, led by a hulking guy barking orders like he owns the place. "Finish the lion and the ranger," he roars, his voice thick with malice. They're not just after Mwindaji's mane. They want no witnesses, no one to spill their dirty secrets. Oh, come on, I mutter, rage and fear twisting in my gut. These guys are the savannah's cancer, backed by a system that lets them run wild while rangers like me scrape by on nothing. I'm thinking of Amma's warnings, my village, the kids who'll never know why I didn't come home. I'm no hero, just a guy trying to keep this place alive. But Mwindaji and his pride don't flinch, and neither can I. The lionesses growl, circling the new group, and Mwindaji stands tall, eyes locked on the hulking leader. I aim my last bullet at him, finger twitching, but before I can pull the trigger, a deafening roar splits the night. Two young male lions burst from the grass, their manes patchy but their fury real. Mwindaji's pride just got reinforcements, and the savannah's fighting back. "Well, I'll be darned," I whisper, my heart pounding with a mix of awe and adrenaline. The poachers panic, firing wild shots into the dark. Mwindaji charges, tackling the hulking leader with a force that shakes the ground. The lionesses and young males swarm, scattering the others like roaches. One poacher swings his rifle at me. I duck, slamming my rifle's butt into his knee. He drops, screaming, as a lioness pins another guy. The pride's relentless, driving the poachers back to their jeep. A young male rips into another tire. Pop! And the vehicle swerves, crashing into a ditch with a sickening crunch. "Stay down!" I yell, my voice raw with victory. The poachers scramble, fleeing on foot into the night, their rifles abandoned. I collapse, legs like jelly, as Mwindaji meets my gaze. His amber eyes hold no words, but we get it. We saved each other. A drone caught the whole showdown, and the video goes viral, sparking global outrage. People demand action against poaching, more rangers, more funds to protect this place. I'm no caped crusader, just Kofi, the guy who almost bought it. But Mwindaji and his pride, they're the savannah's heart, the real MVPs. I'm back on patrol, still cranky, still fighting. This place is a mess, but it's my mess, and I'm not walking away from it.